Hi, my name is Muhammad Hidayat bin Shahrizal Rommy, and my number ID is at SIB 18050897, and my group want to present about the Perils in Cafeteria. The Perils in Cafeteria is very common because student and lecturer always go to the place, and the first perils that we talk about is the perils in toilet. The perils in the toilet is about the leak pipe. The leak pipe in the toilet at cafeteria. Okay, the effects of the perils is the water bursting, and when the water bursting in the toilet, it can make the floor slippery by the water bursting into the floor. It can be very dangerous to the people, such as student or lecturer that go into the toilet, and the people who go to the toilet after the water bursting happen, the people can fall to the ground. It can be very dangerous to the people who go to the toilet in the cafe. And next, I want to talk about the carbon risk control. The carbon risk control is the engineering control, and by the engineering control, we can check how dangerous the water bursting are at the toilet, and we can control the danger of the water bursting of the leak pipe, and we also can prevent from any peril happen in the toilet in the cafe. And next, I want to talk about the recommended action that we should do to avoid from it happening is by external pipe repair by adding something durable, and by adding something durable by repairing the leak pipe is we can avoid from the water bursting happen ever again. And when we repair the pipes, we can avoid from people to fall down into the ground of the toilet. We can avoid from any danger from happenings, and the probability of the perils happen is at the score of 1, and the severity of the perils is also at 1. And and how we want to sum the perils is by probability times by severity is 1 times 1. We got the score risk of 1, and the level risk is low. Why is low? Because it is below than 9, and it is because it also has never happened. It has never any injury happen to the people who go to the toilet in the cafeteria. But the water bursting is really very dangerous once the floor is very slippery, and it can might danger people who are entering the toilet. And the next perils that I want to talk about is the perils in the stall at the cafeteria. Okay, the perils at stall is the improper equipment installation. Okay, because we can see they put the equipment in the open area. When they put the equipment in the open area, it can be very dangerous to the student and for the lecturer that going to the cafeteria to buy foods and drinks. And the effects of the improper equipment installation is the hazard is leak gas and can cause burn to the student and staff of KPMSI. Okay, as you can see, the cafeteria people, they just put their gas in the open area, and it can be very dangerous when the gas leak and just burst out in the open area, it can make the people injured and burn in some area. And also, as you can see, they also just put their power equipment in open area, which is very hot, and it can injure people who are touching the power equipment. The power equipment is very hot, and they also doesn't have any sign that show the gas and the power equipment that there has no any sign that can make people avoid from nearing the equipment. Okay, the current risk control that we can do is by isolation. By isolation is that we isolate the equipment in the open area to the closed area. When we do isolation, we can avoid from any danger from happenings. When we isolate the things, we isolate the equipment, we can avoid for any danger to happens to the student and also to lecturer. The recommended action that I recommend to do is report to the administration. When we report the perils to the admin will take care of the equipment in the open area, and they will told the cafeteria people to put their equipment in the safe area or in a closed area, or put a sign that told that the peril is very dangerous and can make people hurt by burn and all. The probability of the perils is 1, and the probability is 2, and severity for the peril is also 2. How we sum it is by 2 times 2, and the score level we got is 4, and the level of the risk is is low, because the level is below the 9. When the level is below the 9, which mean that the perils happen to the student, but in a very not too dangerous, such as like people might get burned, low types of injured. That's why the risk is low, and it also means that we can avoid from it ever happening again. And that's all from me. Thank you, and we will present next Perils, which is the third Perils.
My name is Muhammad Aiman bin Khadari. My ID number is SIB18050822. I will continue the presentations with the third point, which is in the preparation area. In the preparation area, the perils are cooked in an open area, which the staff of the stall cook the meals in the preparation area, but not in a closed area. So the hazard is food poisoning, which can harm the staff and the students of KPMSI. And the effect to the student is they skip the class, and the effect to the staff and lecturers they skip their work. Next is current risk control for these perils is administration control. And the recommended action for these perils is put on the blind or put on the partitions to separate the cooking area with the open area. The probability for these perils is 4, the severity is 2, and the score of risk is 8, which is the level of risk will be at low risk level of risk. Continue with the fourth point, which is in the stall area. The perils is improper service method, which the stall owner serve their laksa in an open area, which can harm the student and the staff of KPMSI. The hazard is the laksa wok can cause burn to who pass nearby and to whoever accidentally touch the wok. And the effect is, if they get burned, they will be severely injured for those who touch the wok. And the current risk control is isolation, which they need to isolate the equipment and the service method to a safe area. Recommended action for these perils is put the equipment at a safe area, which is compulsory for the stall's owner to keep it and serve the meals as safe as possible. And the probability for these perils is 3, and the severity is 2. The total score is 6, which will be in the group of low risk. So the next point will be continued by my friends Nabilah. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nabilah binti Saad and my ID number is SIB 18050662. So I would like to continue about the perils and hazard in cafeteria. The next one is fire extinguisher, which is the peril is emergency equipment block, and the hazard one is delay to extinguish the fire. So by these perils and hazard, the effect can cause fire spread easily. And the current risk control is administrative control. Administrative control have to introducing work practice that will reduce the risk. And the recommendation is put at the common place, which is mean that the fire extinguisher have to put at the general place or public place, so that when it comes to the emergency situation, people can get the fire extinguisher easily. And the probability, as we can see here, is 1, which is annually. And severity is 2, which is people might get injured by these perils, and the score risk is 2, so the level risk is low. So we move on to the next perils and hazard, which is the perils is no safety cover, and the hazard is it can cause burn and injury. So by this perils and hazard, the effect will cause the temporary disable towards the customer, and the recommendation and the current risk control is substitution, which is the cafe owner have to replacing a hazard work practice with a less risk. So maybe they can put a sign tape or caution tape to avoid customer from getting injured. And the recommendation is put a safety cover. If we see at this slide, the probability is 3, which is monthly, and the severity is also 3, temporary disabled, and the score is 9, which is this peril and hazard is low risk. So that's all for me.
So the last perils in cafeteria at KPMSI, which is switch box. So the perils is too many switch in the same place, and the hazard is electrical shortage, and the effect will be the financial use increase. So the current risk control that we can do is substitution, and recommended action that we take it, which is can reduce the switch usage. So the probability, which is 3, severity 1, and which will score risk is 3, and the level risk is low. So for the next, for the evidence that we get from Encik Man, which is the admin that in charge, which is the person that in charge in cafeteria, which is, as we can see the evidence, so we can zoom in. We can, okay. So for the next is the video that we interview the student at KPMSI that happened, that the case which is happened to them, had happened to them. Okay. The conclusion that we get, there are a few types of perils and hazard in cafeteria KPMSI. So whoever we are, student, lecturer, so make sure we always be careful wherever we go and stay safe. That's all from us. Thank you.